Hi, welcome back to another video, and today I will be releasing my official October 2024 presidential map. This is my second and final map of the presidential election for this election cycle for the next couple of days here. I will be releasing my Senate map, and then possibly a governor's map. I don't know about a governor's. There's not really much governor races this year, but there's some good ones. There's the North Carolina governor race that has certainly been very interesting that I've been watching. I'm sure there's some other interesting governor races that I will, probably cover when I do the election map, if I do the election map. But I will definitely be doing a Senate map. There are a lot of interesting Senate races, and I really want to get my prediction out there before before election day is here. We have, I believe, it's 13 days now. So yeah, it's 13 days or 12 days. I'm not gonna do the math right now. I think it's 13 days. So we have officially less than 2 weeks now. But anyways, I'm going to be getting my official election prediction in for the map. I also not only have a clean map up here, but I have my prediction from September. This is what I predicted that would happen in September. You have Harris winning the blue wall. You have Trump taking North Carolina closely. You have Trump flipping Georgia. You have Trump flipping Arizona. But you also have Harris keeping Nevada. But so I still predicted that Harris would win the election and Trump would lose the election back in September. However, this election map is going to be much, much closer. So you can see the map here. Anyway, let me just get rid of that. Yes. Anyway, so so this is going to be my prediction. However, I will be backing this up with some past election data, some polls from 538, and some from Real Clear Politics. So, anyways, let's get into the prediction. All right, so some safe seats, I think. For first, I'll do them for Trump. So obviously, Trump will be winning these states. The ones that have gone Republican for years. And actually, no, not that one. Let me get rid of that one. Oh, if you hear my cat in the background, yeah, he just meowed. He's whining like he's all over the place. Anyway, so these are all the states that will go for Trump. Here, let me get them all in. Think I got them all in. And Alaska. I don't think Alaska is going to be close. And now, so for some safe ones that will go for Harrison Walls. Let me get Hawaii. Let's see here. New York. Illinois. Let's see. We get this. Here. Oh, I can't forget about that sneaky little guy. Okay, so I think all these states here will also be safe blue. I don't really think Trump will be competitive in any of them. Maybe except New Hampshire. So New Hampshire's, yeah. New Hampshire to be a little competitive. So now, I forgot about that. Okay, and I forgot about these too. Okay, so anyways, now we get into, oh my goodness, I forgot South Carolina. All right, so, and of course I forgot about Colorado for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. So anyways, now we get into what will be a little competitive. So Ohio, I don't really think will be that competitive, but I don't think it'll be safe for Trump either. Same with Iowa. I think Iowa's in the same margin, maybe 8 to 11 points. I can see Trump winning Ohio by maybe 8 points, Iowa by 9 or 11. Anyway, same with Texas too. I don't think Texas will be safe, but definitely won't be close either. Trump won Texas the last time by, I believe it was 5 points. Let me just pull it up here. So yeah, against Biden, 5.6 points. He beat Biden in Texas by 5.6 points. So, going back, I think it'd be realistic to say that Texas won't be safe for Trump. I don't expect him to win it by 13 to 12 points because you also have that Senate race with Ted Cruz and Colin Howard. So, I think Trump will win Texas, but I do not think it will be by a big margin. I don't think it will be double digits. Most, I think he'll win Texas by is 9 points. I think it's 9 points. Anyway, so here's some other states I think will be very competitive. Florida. Now, a lot of people think, should probably put Florida, safe red. Safe red. I disagree. I don't think Florida is going to be a solid win. Some people are saying, oh, Trump's going to win Florida by 11 to 13 points. I think it's going to be a little competitive, just not that competitive. I think Trump will win Florida by possibly 7 to 8 points. So, yeah. Some other ones. Let's do the Democrat side. So, New Mexico, not safe blue, but also, not close either. Kind of like Ohio and Texas and Florida. Yeah, yeah. And same with Minnesota. Minnesota won't be safe blue, but, it will definitely be around that margin. Maybe 7, 8 points. Another one I could see going like that is probably Virginia. Now, because there's that Senate race where Tim Kaine is running for re-election, and if you probably remember from 2016, he was Hillary Clinton's running mate. So he has a bit of popularity, and he's a very popular senator from Virginia, and I do believe he'll win re-election, but I think Kamala Harris will probably win Virginia by 7 points. Let's see how much Biden won it by. Biden won it by 10 points. So if Harris wins Virginia by 7, 8 points, she'd be underperforming Joe Biden, but I don't really think that's a problem for her. There was a lot of voter turnout in 2020. It was like over 150 million votes. Biden got 81 million. Trump got like 74 million or 75 million or whatever it was. It was 73 million. I don't know. Somewhere around that margin. Anyway, and I just read the a couple hours ago that over 20 million Americans have now voted early in this election for the president, the Senate, the House, any other local races, governor. So it's really, the voter turnout is just, it's early. It's way too early to, predict how many Americans are going to be voting in this election, if it's going to be more than 2020, if it's going to be less. We'll have to find out. I don't think it's going to be more than 2020, but it's still too early to tell. Anyways, going back to the prediction. So, let's get down to these other states. We're finally getting down to the really interesting states here. So, let's see here. Which one? So we got Nevada, Arizona, Georgia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. So, some of these are going to be closer than others. And you guys are really going to be surprised for me to say this. But I think North Carolina is going to go for Kamala Harris. But it's going to be really, really, really close. Now, during my last prediction in September, I predicted that Donald Trump was going to take North Carolina, as I showed you in the beginning of the video. That I believe Donald Trump was going to win North Carolina by a very small margin. I now believe differently. Why? I will show you exactly why, because in that interesting governor race I just talked about earlier. Okay, let me find it here. North Carolina. The North Carolina. So, North Carolina has definitely, I don't think there's any doubt about it at this point, North Carolina is going to be a win for the Democrats. And it's going to be a solid blue win. Look at this. So, Stein plus 8, Stein plus 16, Stein plus 15. Even this Republican pollster from this Republican YouTube channel, which actually kind of hosts the same stuff I do, but he is very Republican biased towards Donald Trump and the Republicans, and he's been trying to put out all these polls to help Donald Trump, and this Republican pollster, which is by him, Red Eagle Politics, has Stein up by 15 points, and this was done recently, October 20th and October 21st. So yeah, even a Republican biased pollster is saying Stein is going to win by double digits here, which is very bad for Mark Robinson, who, in my opinion, is really finished in this race ever since that scandal came out. So, looking at that, I think that Stein could carry Kamala Harris to win North Carolina. And I really think this whole thing, and Donald Trump, he does not want to be seen with Mark Robinson. Mark Robinson has been a very embarrassing candidate in this election cycle for the Republican side. So, yeah, I do think that Kamala Harris is going to win North Carolina. Now let's look at these other states. We have Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Arizona, and Nevada. Now, it's really hard to tell, which state is going to be closer than the other states, or which state's going to be won by a lot more than the other states, by what other candidate. Still, too early to tell, and we now have less 2 weeks to Election Day. So, Here's what I think is going to happen. In my last prediction, I told you that I believe Georgia was going for Donald Trump, and I still believe that. Despite the early voting turnout, and I still say this because despite all those votes coming in from Atlanta, it's still too early to tell from the early voting data. And plus, the election day voting that always is trending Republican, that's going to come in. So we don't know how Georgia's going to go. And if you look in the past, Georgia, look how small of a margin Biden won Georgia by. And then if you go to the Senate, look, that's not a big margin. Okay, so plus 2 points is, I guess, okay to win by a margin. But still, it's close, If they were 5 points out, maybe you'd be impressed. But here's the thing. This was what I believe to be split voting. This was simply split voting. You have Senator Warnock winning in usually a Republican state. Now, if you don't believe me, we could take a look at the governor elections for 2022. Let me get to 2022 here. The 2022, look at that. Brian Kemp won Georgia, re-elected Georgia by 7 points, defeating someone who's probably going to run for governor again. She just won't go away. We'll see. That's going to be an open governor race in 2026. It'll be very interesting to look at, especially on the channel. But anyways, Governor Kemp won re-election by 7 points, defeating a Democrat, who was really not that much good of a candidate. And then in the Senate, only like a month later, a Democrat wins re-election as a senator by 2 points, which was a very close watched race. I was watching it so much, but still, I do not think that Kamala Harris will be winning Georgia. It's going to be close. It's going to be really close. Atlanta's going to come through, but I don't think it'll be enough for Kamala Harris. So I think Donald Trump will take Georgia. Now we get down to the last 5. The big last 5. We got Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Arizona, and Nevada. So, you guys heard me last time. I think that Arizona is probably going to go to Donald Trump. But it's going to be really close. I don't think Maricopa County this time is going to help out Kamala Harris. However, unless Gego in the Senate race, which has been here. Let me pull it up real quick. So Kari Lake is the Republican candidate in the Senate race for Arizona. Let's go to Arizona, and you could just see. Look at that. Okay, so. Oh wait, what is this? That's 2022. I don't want to do that. So the 2024. Look at this. Look, +4, +9, +7, +4. She really hasn't been leading in all the polls. I even saw some where Gego was leading by 10 points. So Kari Lake really doesn't really have any chance to win this election unless she's able to pull off a miracle, but I doubt it. So some are saying, what if Gego, what if his voting turnout, helps Kamala Harris reach the top? But like I said, there's always split voters. There's always voters who, I'm going to vote for the Democrat, but I feel like I'm going to vote for the Republican. So I do think that Donald Trump will win Arizona. The voter registration has been very well for the Arizona Republicans, and I do think that Donald Trump will take Arizona. Now, last 4. The last 4. I believe that this is going to be a close one. This is going to be a squeaker, but I believe Nevada is going to go blue. If we take a look at where's Nevada here? Let me go down. If we take a look at Nevada, where the hell is Nevada? Alright, so if we take a look, where's Nevada here? Am I just blind, or they just not have Nevada on here? Okay, well, anyways, there it is. Okay, so Nevada, the Democrat, the incumbent Senator Rosen, has been polling very well. I don't even remember a last time where the Republican was leading in here. So I believe she's set to win re-election. And if she's set to win re-election, I do believe she will pull Harris over the finish line. And, I do believe Kamala Harris, will win Nevada. Democrats have constantly been pulling out squeakers in Nevada. There was even that Senate race in 2022 where everyone thought the Republican was going to win, but in fact the Democrat pulled out another squeaker. So I do believe Kamala Harris will win Nevada. I believe Rosen will be reelected senator, and I believe Democrats will have a good performance in Nevada. Now we get to Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. I believe Wisconsin will be very close, and I believe Kamala Harris will win Wisconsin. I also believe Pennsylvania and Michigan will be going to Kamala Harris, helping her win the presidency, giving her a widened margin because of that North Carolina win. However, Donald Trump still flips Georgia and Arizona, but Kamala Harris is able to hold on to Nevada, Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and even flip North Carolina. I believe Pennsylvania will flip because John Fetterman is out there right now. He is campaigning in all these red counties, and if you remember, look what John Fetterman was able to do in his Senate race. He won it by almost 5 points, basically 5 points. He defeated Mehmet Oz. He went into those red counties. He was either able to flip them or get them enough votes to come out. He helped that voting turnout to come out, and he was elected Pennsylvania's next senator. So, if Fetterman's campaigning was successful in his Senate race, I believe will be successful when it comes to Kamala Harris. His campaign went great, and I believe that his campaign will help push Kamala Harris to the finish line in Pennsylvania. Now, you're probably saying, what about Michigan? Well, if we go back to the governors, you will remember probably in 2022 when Gretchen Whitmer was reelected by over 10 points as governor of Michigan. And she was leading all the polls. It was quite obvious she was going to win, and she did. Double-digit win. And she is campaigning right now for Kamala Harris in Michigan, which is why I believe that she will help bring Kamala Harris over the finish line in Michigan. So that is why I believe Kamala Harris will become the next president of the United States by winning 290 electoral college votes. Now, the polls are not really in agreement with me. If I could pull that up here. Let me pull that up real quick. 538 projection. Look at that. They have Donald Trump winning the electoral college by 281 votes. But you remember me mentioning before, if we go to the latest polls now, you still have all those the Republican pollsters flooding the polls. They're all coming in for Donald Trump. If we go to the national presidential poll, actually, I think this is better represented on. Okay, so Kamala Harris is down, or she's up 1.7%, but still, she's going down. Look at this. Look at all this. This is Trump plus 2, Trump plus 2, even Trump plus 1. Stuff like this is what helps Donald Trump shrink that lead on Kamala Harris. Now, most of these are Harris plus polls, but you always have some of those, and you also have them, especially on Real Clear Politics. Look at that. Rasmussen reports. Rasmussen is known for working with the Trump campaign. They have ties within the Trump campaign, and yet they are flooding constantly Trump polls. They are known for being biased towards the Republicans. So that's why I don't really trust these polls that are being flooded in. And so I don't trust the polls. I trust what I see. I trust the facts, and I trust the voting early data. The voting early data tells me that, Kamala Harris will probably win Nevada, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, but probably lose Arizona and Georgia. So, yeah, I think this is what the election map will look like on November 5th, 2024, and we are just going to have to see for ourselves when that does indeed happen, when this happens. So, yeah, I do think Kamala Harris will be elected president, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this prediction. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing down below. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at VoteBreakdown. You can, get political commentary or, my thoughts on voting early data or whatever. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.